go. Be live.
Good Friday.
Bye.
Woo!
Got lemons and more lemons and more lemons.
Hey, no cocktails. I should drink while you do that.
You can have a cocktail while I'm going to be grading for this whole show.
Hi.
How are you?
It's been a hellish day, but I'm good. I'm glad to be here now.
I know. I was looking forward to this all day. I had a really big catch-up day myself from working
Yeah.
day in and day out on this project, and now today was kind of like, oh yeah, with the rest of my life.
I have another life. That's awesome.
Couple kids, couple things going on, couple businesses.
Yeah.
CORONAKITchen,
Yes. Yeah, our book.
So book update, we just got our first pass of edits.
Yeah.
And yay, thank you, Apollo and Julia Abramoff, for sending it to us. So we're looking forward to working on that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then I had to take my cat to the vet today where they gave him the wrong medication.
How does this happen?
It was a careless mistake. Thankfully, they didn't kill him or give him something that he reacted to. So I had a very stressful day. So I came home and made a pie, which may come out of the oven while we're on the air. We'll see.
Well, I'm so glad Walnut's okay.
Yeah, me too.
That's really scary when that happens.
I out of all my life, I've had animals my whole adult life. I have never, ever had that happen.
That's like your worst fear. I mean, that someone's going to make a mistake. You know what I mean? That's terrible. That's terrible.
Yep. So, but we're here and we're making pies, so that's good. And it's Easter.
Okay. So tonight I'm making like the classic, when I think of certain spring things and Easter things and Passover things and spring equinox and however you celebrate, I think of lemons, I think of fresh herbs, I think of, crocus and tulips and all the things that just wake you up, and lemon definitely wakes you up. And I am making this, I'm going to bring it to my mother's Easter dinner or what are we having? We're having like a late lunch.
Cool.
So I will be eating this, so hopefully it's going to be fine.
When are you doing that?
Well, we're celebrating tomorrow because my mom is flying to California on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
With my sister Heidi and her family. And so, so we're having it tomorrow. So it's okay, right? Like,
yeah. Oh, it's great. Yeah. I'm excited. You get to have Easter dinner twice.
It'll be fun. And I wanted to say, so saddened by the closing of Todos Santos Santa Fe, which was like my go-to
devastating
chocolate place for the kids for 12 years. So I went to Chocolate Smith today in Santa Fe. Want to give them a little plug. Oh my God. They have the cutest, most amazing handmade chocolates right now for whatever celebration you're going to. You can get them wrapped up in the cute little box with the doily and a ribbon, and they have like the fresh toffee and different barks and all the different
sweet.
chocolates.
Yeah, I went to Cacao.
Oh yeah.
That's where I bought chocolate there this year. Just because I went to Todos Santos, not knowing they were closed. And they were the next closest chocolate shop.
I found out on Instagram. I was like, you're kidding. They were showing archival pics. I was like, what? Why? And then we find out. It says
But he was open for 20 some years, and he had a great run. I mean, he was named one of the best chocolatiers in the country by Gourmet Magazine. This is our little shop here.
Oh, and I miss it. It was so colorful and unique and creative and imaginative.
So much fun stuff in there. I know. I truly miss it. It was really one of the places, anytime a tourist asked me where to go, I always sent them to his shop.
I know. Me too. Well, I have to say, the ones we have left, and we had a lot of chocolate here in Santa Fe. The Chocolate Smith is wonderful because it's
they are
handmade local chocolates. And like today, for example, I say to the lady, "Hey, do you have any more of these bunnies?" And she's like, "Oh, I just made some. Hang on, and I will wrap them up for you." And I'm watching her take them off and put them in the cute little thing, and it's like, how fresh!
That's so cool. Yeah, that's great.
That was pretty cool. All right, so let's get back to the butter.
Because we need butter.
This is a very buttery, lemony, very dense, tart, sweet, not too sweet, and it's just a delicious pound cake. And I'm gonna make it in a bundt.
Oh, nice.
Kind of festive.
Lovely.
So I was saying before, I don't know how big this recipe is. Memory is that
So it might be like a 1.5 pound cake.
when my grandma and my aunt used to make this, they always made enough for like 2 loaves with everything they do. They never make a single anything. So I think that this is probably for that, and I'm just gonna, fill it like 3/4 of the way, and then if I have extra, I'll just make cupcakes. I'll just put it in the cupcake thing.
Yeah. There you go.
No big deal. So the first thing you do, and I learned this from you, Debriana, because I've made your coffee cake that you made on our show. I've made it like 25 times in the last.
That's awesome.
And this is really important, which Debriana said in her recipe is, when you first do the butter in a cake, it's just so important to get it light and fluffy with the sugars and everything, because it is going to provide the aeration for later. So I've been doing that.
So your butter should be soft.
Yes, this is like room temp, and I'm just getting it all in the big bowl. Can you see this? Okay. I don't know if you could see me, everybody, but maybe I could. Should I tilt it down, or is it?
No. Here, let me do this. I'll just take your name out. Everyone knows who you are now.
Who are you? Okay.
Who's that woman cooking in the our RPG cook shirt?
Okay. So that was two sticks of butter.
Oh, okay. All right. So, 1/2 pound of butter.
Yeah. And then we're gonna do
measuring people.
Well, when you're baking, you must measure.
You should measure.
Then we're gonna do 2 cups of sugar, and look at this glorious.
Look at your mason jar.
This is a giant one.
That's gorgeous.
Giant ball jar, and I, believe it or not, found it at Target.
Nice.
They had it there, so I was like, okay. So I'm
That's coming home with moi.
Well, we had so much sugar left over from the shoot, from our cookbook shoot, that I was like, I need to put this in something. Well, let me count.
So the ants won't get it, because this is year 2 that we get to talk about the ants.
Right? Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I can't keep my sugar out. I have to keep it in the fridge. So I'm like, this will at least be a nice for that. So that's 2 cups of sugar. So we're gonna just cream this right now really well with the mixer, handheld mixer. And I'm just gonna get it going here.
Okay, so you're just creaming that.
Can you hear me still?
Yeah.
Okay. You want it to be really fluffy, and I'll show you what that looks like. I know you know, but everybody else.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna add the eggs.
Nice. So this, how long does it take to cook in your oven? Like about an hour?
How long does it take to cook? About 40, 45 minutes.
Okay.
In the bun. I was just gonna tell you, I'm looking at this recipe. It's really similar to your coffee cake recipe.
Is it?
Well, we'll see.
I don't think I have that much butter in it.
You don't have that much sugar. Okay, never mind. Yeah.
Cream it up. So, is there a reason you're not using the KitchenAid?
Yes.
Okay.
The truth is that I am scared of the KitchenAid after my accident, which some of you know. And I was running late and I just didn't have time to take it down. But probably normally I would, and it would be faster. But
Just curious. After the KitchenAid incident.
Mixing, mixing, mixing.
Okay. Here, I'm going to give you, while she's mixing, I will let you guys know about an organization you might want to join. And also,
I'm going to put in 4 eggs.
okay. And also to let you know about our Corona Kitchen, our new Instagram account.
Yes. Please join.
Yes.
It's fun.
So
we're going to do some more stuff, and we might start doing some things on Instagram Live. So, you know.
Yeah, that will be fun.
Yes. Okay, 4 eggs. Then, after that, we're going to add some vanilla, which is 1 teaspoon, but I think I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons.
Okay.
I'm changing it as we speak. Sometimes with my grandma's stuff, she didn't like
Oh, someone's saying that's why their cakes always fall in the middle. I don't get the butter and sugar fluffy enough. Oh, if you don't have a mixer, yeah, it's hard to do it by hand.
It's true.
Because when you get it really creamed together well, it changes color. When it's really creamed well together, you can see it get lighter. And that may be true. Let's see it. It usually takes, I would say, a good 3 to 4 minutes anyway, depending on your mixer.
There's a really interesting thing that happens to butter when you mix it, and I'll try to explain it to you and show you guys. The color actually alters.
Yeah, it really does turn like a lighter shade.
Yeah, a lighter shade of yellow. And it's interesting because that's when you know you have it well creamed together. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I put that
on.
I'm
glad you learned something, whoever you are out there in Facebook land.
I'm glad you learned. Okay. So this next part is going to take a while. You have to do, about 1/3 of a cup of lemon zest has to be added. So that I have not pre-done that. So I'm gonna go.
Oh, so you're gonna be zesting a lemon there or two. Lisa can offer you her KitchenAid at a discounted price, maybe.
Anybody want to buy one? No, I love it. I absolutely love it.
She just needs some healing time.
She's not ready. The other thing is I'm zesting these, and you could do like half zest, half fine grate. You could do, if you want really a lemon zing in each bite. It's totally up to you, but I like it. I'm kind of going for the subtle lemon in this one. So I'm going to do a very fine zest with the microplane.
Okay.
It's about like 7 lemons worth. I'm on.
Yeah,
one.
that's what I was just going to say. You're going to need at least 5 lemons, at least.
Yeah. And I got some.
Depending on how big they are.
I have some Meyer lemons and I have some regular lemons. So I'm just doing what I have in the fridge.
No, there is no Squeezy present.
Well, there will be, because we're going to do juice. There will be.
Okay, so while you're doing that, I will tell you the story of my Easter pies.
Tell me the Easter pie story.
Okay, so growing up, it was very common for Italian families at holiday time to have a wheat pie and a rice pie at Easter time. And I never see them anywhere now. I think you would have to go into like a city that has like a Little Italy section and real Italian bakeries in like San Francisco or New York. I'm sure they have wheat pie and rice pie there. And I haven't made them in years. So I brought it up to my mother-in-law the other day when I was talking about making the meat pie. Right. And asking them what they remembered in their childhood, if they remembered ever having that. So she said, yes, I have a recipe that my Aunt Angie gave me. And I swear to God, every Italian family has an Aunt Angie. So she goes, I think I have it written down somewhere. Yes, that's right. Worcester Street in New Haven. She said, I think I have it written down somewhere. If I didn't lose it, I'll send it to you. So I was like, that's great, because my mom, who never measured anything either, had all those recipes in her head. So my sisters and I don't have those recipes. She didn't write them down. So, so she sent it to me, and I get it in the email. I open it and I just glance at it and I'm like, great, thank you. So today, after my trauma with my cat, I thought, I'm just going to come home and make the pie. So I look quickly through the recipe, scan through it, and I'm just making mental notes in my head what I have to buy at the grocery store. So I go to the grocery store. I'm like 3 pounds of ricotta, 6 eggs. I'm just going down the list, not thinking about anything. So I come home and I start to make the pie, and I'm like, 3 pounds of ricotta? This is going to make like 42 pies. That's a lot. With all these eggs.
Always cooked in bulk. They always cook in bulk.
So then it says, make a half a cup of rice, which she used Uncle Ben's converted rice because everybody did then. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not making that. I have this beautiful sweet rice from Japan. I'm going to use that, and I'm going to make it in coconut milk, and it should be really beautiful and sweet. So it says, cook the half a cup of rice according to the directions. So I, not thinking, do that again. Of course, it makes like a cup and a half of rice. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to have rice pie coming out of my ears.
Oh my God.
So then I'm reading the recipe, and of course, everything's spelled in Italian American. Sugar's like SIUGER. So I'm reading through everything, and I go to make the pie crust, and she says in it, it's the sweet dough. So I'm going through the ingredients, putting it together, and I'm like, it goes, all the measurements, they're kind of all weird. Like the measurements are some in ounces, some in cups, some in teaspoons. So then I see 2/3 of a cup, and there's nothing next to it. And I'm like, 2/3 of a cup of more flour? What could it be? I don't know. So I look at the recipe, and I'm like, well, it says it's a sweet dough, and there's no sugar listed in the ingredients.
So it's probably
sugar.
Sugar.
So I have no idea how the pie is going to turn out. I just was winging it through her Italian American words and my interpretation of the ingredients.
I can totally relate. Half the time I read my grandma's stuff, hers is, Croatian English, and it's really phonetic, and half the time you're like, what is this? And then also, they just, my grandma, like my mom, will write little notes on the side, like this one, but too much this. Like this one, but not enough that. And so they put their own little notes on the side of like their best friend stuff. It's really funny.
Yeah, it's a hilarious recipe. So If my mother-in-law's watching, I'll let you know how it comes out.
Is this something that David had growing up? He must remember it, or
I don't know if he does remember it. He does not, he said, but I do. And I remember, and I would have made a wheat pie, but you actually, when I decided to do it, I forgot. You have to actually soak the wheat berries for at least 3 or 4 days, preferably like a week or two.
wow.
And so we're not having wheat pie right now.
Okay, so I just zested 1/3 of a cup of zest, and I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lemons. I might do one more. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do 7 because I'm eyeballing it. You know, eyeballing it. But yeah, this is gonna be so lemony and good.
So are you going to actually then, you're going to squeeze lemon juice in there too, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It has lemon juice. It has buttermilk and sour cream.
I don't think I've ever made a pound cake per se with buttermilk. So that's why you're saying it seems like my cake in a way.
Yes, it reminds me of it a little bit. I mean, it's on a larger scale and it's not exactly the same measurements, but because it has buttermilk like you do. And last time I made yours with plain yogurt because I didn't have milk or lemons. And it worked. It totally worked. Okay, now we're gonna mix the lemon in there.
Oh yes, that must be you, Strout. You live off the grid. Yeah, they do use a lot of electricity. Those little appliances are, they draw an amazing amount of electricity. It's very surprising.
Oh yeah, the little ones?
Yeah, even, like a KitchenAid or a mixer. And I used to, like, I have a tea kettle, electric tea kettle. And when I was working in a gallery on Canyon, all of those compounds are like, they used to be big houses and then they cut them all up. So one of the sections I was in was part of a house. And every time I plugged my tea kettle in, I would knock the power out in the other 2 buildings.
These are the problems when you live in a 400-year-old town.
That's right. And then somebody added on, because that's what happens everywhere here. And so in the winter, the first time I did it was the winter, of course, I was making a cup of tea and I knocked all the power out. And then we had to go find the electric box, which was around the corner outside in the snow in between these 2 buildings. We were like, just go buy a cup of tea, Deb. Don't try and make one.
Okay, now I'm putting in some of the dry ingredients. I'm putting in a teaspoon of baking powder, and I'm making sure I'm doing this the right way. And a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Okay. And then I'm gonna have.
She killed her batteries with an espresso maker.
Right.
Oh, you need the kind. Do you have the kind like I have the ones that go on the stove? Well, those are the old Italian kinds. The old from the old country.
Right. 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, we already put in the vanilla. Okay, the only thing left is buttermilk, sour cream, and flour. So I'm gonna mix this in first to get it all.
You have a rash of light on your head, girl.
I know, the sun is going down.
Light.
Well, what's strange is after the winter, how we had this problem all summer long with my kitchen light, remember? And I was putting up the thing. But now we're back to, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, we've circled the globe.
We have to get the squeezer. Hang on 1 second.
Yeah, and last year at this time we were talking about our fruit getting frozen, and it is so not going to happen this year. Our buds are just coming out now, so we have our fingers crossed that we might get fruit this year.
That would be really nice. That would be so great. Okay, so Peggy, if you're watching, we're going to do a 1/2 cup of lemon juice. Okay. I'm going to squeeze it in the squeezy.
Yay! Lemon Squeezy has made a presence.
The lemon squeezer has been going for a long time. I'm a little rusty, everybody. Sorry. We haven't been cooking as much. We've been doing so many other things, but you know.
When is your project finished?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
So I will be done. We just did 8 days. I have 2 more days towards the end of April, like the 3rd week of April for the finale for this show. So it's very involved with a lot of children and moving parts and COVID regulations. And it's just like, oh my God, but it's going to be beautiful. And when we're done, I'll share it with you all so you can see it. Okay. Oh my God, I'm not even at a quarter. Oh boy. Okay.
Well, it's a good thing you've got all those zested lemons.
Got a lot of zested lemons. We have no shortage of lemons here, so that's going to be fine. I have a snoring pug in the corner, which is so cute. Little Edgar. He's so cute. He's just a sweetie.
He is such a sweet dog.
He really is. He's getting really mellow in his old age.
How old is he?
He's 5.
Oh, he's a baby.
He's middle-aged. Monty's 9. So he, you know, if you were watching the other day, he hurt his foot, and that was scary because I really was hoping he didn't break it, and he didn't. But he still thinks he can catch the ball like a 20-year-old, you know?
Yeah, as we all do. Ugh.
Monty, welcome to the club. But
I know, seriously. I was getting physical therapy today, and she was just saying to me, you know, some of it's just wear and tear. And I'm like, shh.
Wear and tear.
I don't want to hear that.
Oh my God. It's like we're cars. It's like we're just cars.
I know.
You have to take good care of them or else they fall apart. Okay, looking like exactly just about half a cup.
Can you turn a light on in your kitchen? You're in the dark.
Okay, it's so weird.
Oh, wow. That is so weird. Like when you move, all of a sudden the camera jumps and...
Kind of like a disco.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Just we'll pretend you're disco balling. Uh-oh. I'm hearing my pie. I'm going to go check it.
Oh my God, we're all over the place today, everybody. I'm sorry. But okay, one more, and I think we'll have a half cup. Oh, okay. And yes, there it is. Okay, done. Okay, squeezer. All right, we're gonna add this. So we're adding half a cup of lemon juice, half a cup of buttermilk, 1/4 cup of sour cream. Got that, everybody? This is the liquid. So let's get it all in there. Okay.
Well, one of them came out. I will show it to you.
Half a cup of buttermilk.
Okay, here's my rice pie.
Ooh.
It's beautiful.
Yay! Okay, when you're using buttermilk, I know it seems like this is obvious, but don't forget to shake it really, really well. Because it's been sitting in the refrigerator at the grocery store.
Yeah, you do need to do that.
And you really want it to combine well. Okay. All right. Don't let it explode on you like it just did on me. Okay.
Oh, it's a pretty pie. We'll see what it tastes like.
Okay. Then we're going to do some sour cream right here. And then we'll be good. Okay. So
you have actual buttermilk. You don't have the buttermilk we're faking with lemon juice and milk.
No, I don't have, and I've done that many times, but we're not.
Me too.
But we're not doing that. We're going to do the real deal with sour cream, and it just makes it really, you know, moist and wonderful.
Yeah, it does. It makes such a moist cake. I love adding buttermilk. gorgeous. That's a lot of lemon zest in there. That should be delicious with the lemon juice. Mmm. Very Eastery. Do you all have local farms there to get fresh milk and yogurt? Yes, you can. You can get it that way. I don't know. I think the marketplace sells really fresh yogurt and milk there.
Okay, Deborah, this is a hell of a lot of batter. So, as I suspected, my grandma probably made this for 3 pound cakes. Okay, so it looks like the cupcakes are definitely going to be my future.
Awesome.
And that's fine. So now I'm going to put in the flour, and then we're going to pour it into the bunt. But first, I have to butter the bunt. Here we go.
Oh, so I'm gonna challenge you to see, are you gonna make cupcakes as beautiful as Charlotte's cupcakes?
Charlotte Ware is like the cupcake queen, and I don't even think mine will be like that. I don't have that kind of technical frosting savvy. That's like a major frosting savvy, like not only making it, but then the perfect consistency, and then
gorgeous.
She must just have the tools. She's got the tools. She's got the tools. She got the know-how, and she has those beautiful flowers that she used also with her.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
Does everybody know this trick? You take the butter thing, and then see how. Okay. Just tell me if I'm telling you something you don't know.
No,
okay?
I do know that one, but some other people might not.
I mean, I'm trying to get it in every nook and cranny, and because it's butter and I didn't spray oil or anything like that, I want it to be buttery, and this is really going to brown it perfectly, and you want it to pop out, and so you got to do it in every area.
Are you going to flour that too, or just butter it?
It says just butter it, but I'm kind of think I should flour it, don't you?
I normally do with a cake, but
I mean, I normally do with my grandma's apple cake, and I don't know why they didn't say that. So I kind of feel like I'm with your Aunt David's Aunt Angie, that it might have been forgotten, and I think I'm gonna do it because okay.
I also like, just FYI out there, I also like Pam, or those sprays. They make one for baking that spray that has like a flour-like substance in it too. And it's easy on those pans, especially for those cake pans that have all those crevices.
And the designs and everything.
Yeah. Is there too much batter for that pan? Why, yes. Yes, there is.
Oh, dear God, yeah. So I know I'm going to be making, see, again, I wasn't sure what the old ladies were doing there. So I'm just going to.
Yeah, I had no idea when I was making that recipe because it didn't say how much it made. At the end, she goes, "It's 2, I think." And I'm like, 2? One of them's a normal pie, and the other one's still baking because I had to make it in one of those mini casserole dishes. It's so much left over.
See, the bun isn't easy because you have to get this whole cone part floured.
Yeah.
So my clean kitchen is now a real serious mess, but that's okay.
Awesome. Yay.
All right, but I've got I think I have every part of it floured. Okay, I'm just going to kind of throw it on there in place I missed. That's a technical term.
Okay.
Throw it on there. Okay. Okay, it's looking really well floured. Okay? Looking very well floured.
I'm a mini me now.
Okay, now I'm going to put the flour in. 3 cups. 3 cups. Here we go. So what was I going to tell you? Oh, I preheated the oven to 350. You need to know.
Okay.
So I'm looking for 3 cups. Now you kind of taught me this too, Debriana, where I'm going to put in 1 cup and I'm going to mix it. Then I'm going to put in another cup, and I'm going to mix it. I'm not putting in all three at the same time.
Yeah.
Tell the folks why.
Well, just in case. You know, you never know, like, the consistency. If you've got too much liquid in it, you just do it one at a time. Then it doesn't get lumpy.
Yes. And I think it just incorporates really well.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Central Mill Company organic all-purpose flour. I did not use cake flour.
No, there will be pie. There will be pie for others. I think Patricia Stroud is coming to my house tomorrow, so she might get a piece of pie.
I know. I want to taste it. I'm really
curious. I'll bring some to you.
Very curious about it.
It's kind of like, I guess, like a rice pudding, except it's made with ricotta. So it's really good. I'm wondering if people used to make it because they had leftover rice. And you use a lot of lemon peel in it. So I'm like, I don't know. It seems like a leftover pie.
Okay, last cup of flour. Here we go. Watch out, Edgar. Edgar's like, is that flour for me? Does it taste good?
Could it be mine?
He tasted it. He's like, what? That's yucky. Okay. Oh my God. This is so, like, I'm going to have 12 cupcakes. Like, this is wow. Okay. Well, this is what happens when you find these old.
You'll have to make your own note in the margin that says, this makes a lot.
I think when I post it, I'm going to cut it in half.
Yeah.
This is it. Okay.
Yay. Cake. Cake and pie. It always makes you feel better. Well, I have to say the meat pie was delicious, and I'd forgotten about it in my past, so now I'm glad I've brought it to the fore. My husband's very happy too.
Aw. All right, this is super fluffy. I'm going to show you all how fluffy it is.
Nice. I can see it in your bowl.
It's a beautiful texture.
Nice. Oh, gorgeous.
Now we're going to put it in the bun.
Okay, let's see what happens when it goes in the bunt.
In the bunt. I love that part in my Big Fat Greek Wedding. I sing that
Yeah.
all the time. There's a hole in this cake. Anyway, sorry. If you haven't seen that movie, you're like, what is wrong with her? Okay, so I'm just going to slowly, this is like pressure right now. I
Yeah.
get it in there and move it around.
Oh, yay. I'm glad you liked the meat pie. Yes, it was outrageously good. You were right. Yeah. I'm glad you liked it.
Okay, now this is strange.
Is it all going to go in?
Well, now I'm looking at it, and after adding the flour,
It tightened up.
you know what? I think it's the right amount.
Yay.
Okay, sorry, I've totally lost my mind.
It's okay. Well, if any one of us finds it, we shall return it.
Yeah, this is totally perfect. Nana, I'm sorry I ever doubted you.
She's giving you the stink eye from above.
Totally switching her finger at me. She's going like this. I told you. And you didn't listen. Okay.
Check
Actually,
it.
this is the absolute perfect amount.
We were like the perfect Italian household today. My husband was out there doing rock work. I'm in here making pie. Like, we're like a typical Italian family.
Okay. Full
Yeah,
blown.
shake it. See if it's
Okay. All I can tell
shake.
you is, okay, empty. Absolute perfect amount for the cake. Absolute perfect.
Hey.
Wow. And it tastes so good. Oh my God.
Doesn't look weak. It doesn't look wet in the middle, does it? Oh, here comes the other pie. Ooh.
So
Right.
I'm swirling it around to cut out the bubbles, right?
But cover it.
Cutting out the bubbles just a little bit.
Mm,
Wow.
that looks beautiful.
Oh my God, it was perfect, Nana. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. You were right. Okay.
No cupcakes.
Maybe one cupcake. No, really, no cupcake. Okay. Well,
All right, you did it.
good luck. And I'll let you know. So I'm not going to make the glaze right now,
Okay.
but the glaze is a sugary, lemony, syrupy glaze, but I cut like half the sugar out that they have in it because it's too much sugar for me.
Mhm.
But I will put the recipe in the cake recipe. I will add that.
Okay.
When it's warm, invert it, and then you put it wherever you're going to put it, and then you drizzle the glaze over so it sinks into the warm cake.
Mm. Yes, and Italian people would be adding rum.
Yeah. Well, they do. Croatians add rum quite frequently as well.
Mhm.
Like remember when I made the palatschinke, the crave
Mhm.
thing? That was that. There's so many rum versions of that with sweet.
Yeah, we grew up with so many rum cakes, and this is like a perfect one to soak up all the alcohol.
Yeah, it's great. So
Yeah.
I'm just.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is all I know, and I'm really excited to have this for the Easter meal. It's gonna be
Yay.
fun. And
Well, say hi to Franny and all your fam.
I will, and this was really a joy to hang out with you. It's been a while since we've been able to.
Indeed, indeed. Thanks for hanging out with us, you guys.
Thanks, everybody, and enjoy your holiday weekend. And
Happy Easter, happy Passover, if you've had that. What?
now I'm gonna eat the raw cake batter.
Awesome.
No problem.
And we'll see you next week.
Yes, next week we'll be back on Monday, and maybe Holly will be back from Hawaii.
Your vacation, yes.
We haven't wanted to bother her, and I hope that she's having a great time.
Me too. Oh, me too. I hope she is too. If she's watching, hi Holly. Enjoy Hawaii.
We miss you and are terribly, terribly jealous.
Terribly, terribly.
Terribly jealous. But so happy for you and your family. Okay. Things on the top there.
Bye, everybody. Happy holidays. Stay safe. Keep wearing your mask. And get a vaccine if you can.